Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Today, we're going to be looking at the Harbor Freight Fresh Spring coupons for the end of March 2025. These coupons are good from the end of March into the beginning of April. I guess the old coupons got kind of stale, so they put out some fresh spring coupons for you to enjoy. So here we go. Let's go through all these different coupons. And these coupons are available for you anytime you like at my website under the Extras tab. There's the domain for you right there. Type that into your browser. Under the Extras tab, you can find this and all sorts of other great coupons throughout the entire year for all sorts of stuff at Harbor Freight. So let's see. All these coupons are good until the 14th of April. So you got plenty of time from whenever you see this video all the way until the 14th. You can take advantage of all these coupons. So let's start off here. Let's look at what we have. We start off looking at some 120 lumen solar motion security lights from Bunker Hill. You can either get it in white or black. These guys have the solar collector and the light itself separated so you can put them in two different areas. These guys right now are $13. Most of the time it's around $17, so that's 23% off. If you're looking for a Badlands winch, here you go with the 12,000 pound capacity truck and SUV winch with the wire rope from Badlands ZXR for $280 right now, normally $350, so that's $70 you save. And if you're looking for a welder, how about from Vulcan, the OmniPro 220 industrial multi-process welder with 120 or 240 volt input, 900 buckaroos for this guy right now. Most of the time it's 1100, so you save yourself $200 right now. How about from Viking, the 1000 peak amp lead acid multifunction jump starter and power pack with 150 psi air compressor. And in case you guys don't know, inside this guy there's basically a little lead acid battery, kind of like a motorcycle battery. That's what powers these guys up. And that's what you're using to take care of everything when you're jump starting something, a little tiny motorcycle battery. So $70 for this guy right now, normally $100, so that's $30 you save. How about if you need some compacting? A 7 horsepower plate compactor with a wheel kit for $600 right now from Central Machinery. It was $700, so that's $100 you can save right now. Or from Franklin, you can get this 30-inch by 18-inch 1,000 pound capacity hardwood dolly for $14. Most of the time it's $18, so that's 22% off, or about $4 off on that guy. And how about if you need some ramps from Pittsburgh, the 6,500 pound capacity portable ramps, a set of 2, and they are plastic ramps, not the metal ones. You can get them for $50 right now, normally $60, so that's about $10 off, or 16% you save. And from Pittsburgh, you can also get the R134A AC manifold gauge set. If your AC system in your vehicle is running a little bit low, you can use this guy to top it off. $50 right now, normally $65, so that's 23% off, or about $15 you save. And you know, I have these gauges from Pittsburgh. They work just fine. They're good enough set if you want to spend around $50. When I got them many years ago, $50 was a really good price because the only place you could get it was like O'Reilly's and the other places, and most of the time they were around $100. So Harbor Freight had a great deal. But nowadays, you can find some even better deals if you go on Amazon. If you love shopping at Harbor Freight, go ahead and get it. I know that's what you want to do. But if you're just looking for a bargain and you want to save money, Amazon has them even cheaper than this, so you can check that out. And how about if you're looking for an engine stand from Pittsburgh, the 1,000 pound capacity engine stand for $90, normally $100, so that's about $10 you save. And from Quinn, you have the 1/4 inch drive low profile sealed head ratchet for $15, normally $17, so that's a couple of bucks, or 11% off. And from Pittsburgh here, you have the 12 volt 120 volt dual power 100 psi tire inflator with LED light. You can get this guy for $40 right now, normally $45, so that's about $5 off, or 11% off. And you know, every time I see this thing, it reminds me of a shop vac that I have from Craftsman, a really old shop vac that I found, and I made a video about that about 4 or 5 years ago. It looks like this. It looks like a suitcase, but it's actually a shop vac, a really interesting design. They just don't make interesting stuff anymore. Everything looks pretty much like you expect it to look. But back in the day, Craftsman made a shop vac that actually looks like a suitcase. So there you go. And how about if you're looking for a portable car canopy? Here you go from Cover Pro, the 10-foot by 20-foot portable car canopy for just $100, normally $130, so you can save yourself $30 right now. And if you're looking for a folding jab saw, don't go jabbing anybody with that thing. I don't think they'd appreciate it. But if you need to jab some drywall, there you go. You can get this guy from Doyle for $10, normally $12. So that's a couple of bucks you save, or 16% off. And if you need a steam cleaner, Central Machinery has this little 1500-watt steam cleaner for $100 right now, normally $130, so you can save yourself $30. Brings a steam cleaner and all the attachments to go with it. Great for cleaning out all sorts of stuff, especially like the interior of your vehicle and so forth. Works really good for that. And a submersible pump from Drummond, the 1.6 horsepower submersible utility pump, 1,600 gallons per hour, for $60, normally $73, so that's 17% off. And how about if you need a power inverter? Here you go from Jupiter, 2,000 watt continuous, 4,000 watt peak modified sine wave power inverter. You'll never get to 4,000, it's generally around 2,000. For $120 right now, normally $150, so you can save yourself $30. If you need a needle nose plier from Icon, for you Icon guys, the 8-inch needle nose pliers for $15, normally $20, so save yourself $5 or about 25% off. And how about a breaker hammer from Hercules, the 15-amp 42-pound 1 1/8 hex lower wall breaker hammer with maximum vibration control for $400 right now, normally $500, so that's $100 off. You know, every time I see one of these guys, I think to myself, how many of you guys actually have used this? Have you ever used any of these guys? Are they any good? I've been thinking about getting one to do a review on it and stuff like that, if it's something you guys might be interested in. I don't know. Like I said, I got to do some fence repair and stuff like that. So there's like some old concrete from the old post that I may have to break up to get it out of there. So I've been contemplating that idea. So let me know what you think. And by the way, a while back I mentioned something about an earth auger, and I already did order that, and I'll be doing a review for you guys. A motorized earth auger that I'll be doing a review real soon, so stay tuned for that. And how about if you need some professional steel vehicle dollies from Daytona, the 2,500-pound capacity steel dollies, a 2-piece set for $65, normally $85, so that's about 23% off, or about $20 you save. And a vacuum pump. Here you go from Pittsburgh, the 2.5 CFM vacuum pump for $70 right now, normally $100, so that's $30 you save. And before you jump on this guy, I just did a review, and it's on my channel page right now, just did it a couple of days ago, where I reviewed a cordless vacuum pump. It does about the same as this guy, but it's battery operated. It runs on DeWalt compatible battery, so you can use any DeWalt battery that you have with this guy, even though it already brings battery and charger included. And that guy was a really good deal. In fact, I compared it to this guy because this guy, you have to plug it into the wall. So you have to deal with a cord. So it's not very good for going mobile. But if you want to go mobile, like a mobile mechanic or something like that, and you want a good vacuum pump, check out that video review that I just did. It's a whole lot better than this guy, in my opinion. And how about if you need a jump starter, the Viking 2 1550 and 250 amp 6 and 12 volt wheeled battery charger with engine starter and alternator tester for $185, was $200, so that's $15 you save. Real good for, again, a mobile mechanic, a shop, something like that. You can test alternators, start vehicles, all sorts of stuff with that guy. And here you go with a different welder from Vulcan, the ProTig 205 industrial welder with 120 and 240 volt input for 1,000 buckaroos, normally 1,100, so that's $100 you save right now. Or how about from Daytona, the 1.5 ton professional racing series aluminum floor jack with rapid pump for $100, normally $135, so that's $35 you save. You know what, if you guys have never seen this guy, I can tell you it is super light. If you're looking for a jack to carry around to different places, it is super light. They had this guy on the floor one time when I went to the store, and I looked at it, and my goodness, it is really, really a lightweight. You can carry that easily anywhere you need to go. So if you're looking for a lightweight jack, that's an interesting one to take a look at. How about if you need a different winch here from Badlands ZXR, the 3,500-pound UTV Power Sport winch with automatic load holding brake for $100, normally $140, so you save $40 right now. And if you need an OBD2 scanner, the Zurich ZR15S OBD2 code reader with 3.5-inch display and active test fix assist for $270 right now, normally $300, so that's $30 you save. And you notice how they always compare this to like Snap-on or something like that? They always go for the most expensive scanners out there. There's a lot of scanners that'll do the same thing as this for a whole lot less money, but they really want to make it look super cheap comparing it to Snap-on, which we all know is overpriced. I mean, I don't think there's anybody more high priced than Snap-on. You want to pay the most, you go to Snap-on. And how about a cargo carrier from Haulmaster, the 750-pound capacity folding cargo carrier for $90. Normally $120, so that's about $30 you save right now. And before we keep going too far into this video, how about you do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already? That way you stay informed every time I make another one of these great videos telling you about coupons and savings going on at Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, or all sorts of other great places. Saving money and staying in touch, that's what I'm here to help you guys do. So let's move on. How about some high-density foam mini roller kit, a 3-piece set for $3. That's about $1 a piece. There you go. Normally it's $4, so that's about a big dollar you save right there, or 25% off. And if you're looking for a security cabinet, here you go from Union Safe, the key lock security cabinet for $160, normally $200, so that's $40 you save. Or from Drummond, another pump right here, the 1/8 horsepower non-submersible super mini transfer pump for 150 gallons per hour. So you can't put this guy underwater. $80 right now, normally $90, so that's about $10 you save, or 11% off. And if you need a garden hose, it's springtime, and I'm sure that old garden hose is getting a little beat up. Maybe you can look at the Greenwood 100-foot by 5/8 inch garden hose for $25, normally $30. So that's about $5 you save, or 16% off. And you know, I've never used the green ones, so I can't say if they're any good. The tan ones I say to stay away from, but I can't say about the green ones. If any of you guys have used them, comment down below. Let us know if they're any good or not. And how about if you need a hand truck? From Franklin, the 2-in-1 convertible hand truck, 800 and 600-pound capacity for $80 right now. Normally $95, so that's about $15 you save. Or if you need a low-profile bottle jack, here from Pittsburgh, you have the 20-ton hydraulic low-profile bottle jack for $45. Normally $60, so that's 25% off, or about $15 you save there. And here's a different welder from Titanium, the MiG 140 professional welder with 120-volt input, $380 right now, normally $500, so that's $120 you save. And how about if you need an extension cord from Vanguard, the 100-foot 12x3 gauge multiple outlet extension cord with indicator light. That's a 3-tap right there for $65, normally $80, so that's about $15 or 18% off. And if you need a pancake compressor, you want a Fortress, here you go. The 6-gallon 150 PSI ultra quiet oil-free pancake job site air compressor from Fortress for $200. Normally $230, so you save yourselves right now. And if you need some sanding discs from Bauer, the 5-inch hook and loop universal pattern sanding disc, a 5-pack for $3, normally $6, so that's half price right now. And these guys come in 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 150, and 220 grit. And how about some stuff from US General? Here you go with the 72 by 22 inch triple bank top chest for $900, normally $1,000, so you save yourself $100 right now. Comes in 8 colors: black, blue, green, orange, yellow, red, white, and gray. And if you need a little cart for all your welding stuff, from Vulcan, you can get the 500-pound capacity heavy-duty large welding cabinet for $350, normally $900, so that's $50 you save. And if you want a different jump starter, here you go from Viking, the 1700 peak amp portable car battery jump starter and power pack for $140, normally $170, so that's $30 off right now. Or here's a different welding cabinet from Chicago Electric, the 286-pound capacity welding cabinet. Funny how it's 286. Why is it not 290, 300, 250? I don't know. 286-pound capacity, very specific. So you can get this guy right now for 170 bucks, normally 180, so that's 10 bucks off. Or how about a steel mesh little cart right here from One Stop Garden, the 1,000 pound capacity mesh deck steel wagon for 75 bucks, normally 90, so that's about 15 bucks off or 16%. And from Icon, the 400 pound capacity 43-inch professional creeper for 110 bucks, normally 140, so that's 30 bucks you save. Or here you go with one of these tiny little solar lead-free batteries from Thunderbolt Solar, the 12-volt 34 amp hour sealed lead acid battery for 58 bucks, normally 77, so that's 24% off. Or if you need some rivets, here's a whole assortment of them for you. From Storehouse, you can get the 1/4 inch aluminum blind rivet set, 100 pieces, all sorts of different sizes and thicknesses for 6 bucks, normally 8, that's a couple of bucks off or 25% off. Or from Hallmaster, you can get this 150 pound capacity roof mounted steel cargo carrier for 70 bucks, normally 100, so that's 30 bucks off right now. Or how about a canvas drop cloth to do some painting and cleaning up around the house? Here you go, a 9-foot by 12-foot canvas drop cloth for 13 bucks, normally 15, so that's a couple of bucks you save or 13% off. Or for you guys that have lawn tractors and ATVs, the Pittsburgh 300 pound capacity ATV and lawn mower lift for 110 bucks, normally 140, so you save yourself 30 bucks right now. Or how about a little flashlight from Braun, the 900 lumens rechargeable swivel head LED flashlight for only 20 bucks, normally 25, so that's about 5 bucks or 20% off. Or how about if you need to do some plumbing? Here you go with the 25-foot drill powered drain auger for only 10 bucks, normally 15, so that's 33% off. And some additions for your carts. Here you go from US General, the folding side tray for 4-drawer tech carts for 16 bucks, normally 20, so that's about 20% off or about 4 bucks. And this guy comes in 8 colors: black, green, red, yellow, orange, white, gray, and blue. And how about an ammo box from Bunker Security? The 50 caliber ammo box for 7 bucks right now, normally 10, so that's about 3 bucks off or 30% off. And how about if you need a hitch? Here you go with the triple ball mount adjustable 6-inch drop 4-inch rise hitch. How come it's 6 down and only 4 up? Should be more even, more like 6 and 6, right? That'd be more equal right there. But anyway, it's only 4-inch rise. 90 bucks right now, normally 155, so that's $65 you save. And here you go from Merlin. How about a 3/8 inch by 50-foot enclosed retractable air hose reel for 70 bucks right now, normally 80, so that's about 10 bucks you save or 12% off. And if you need some detail sanding sheets, here you go from Hercules, the hook and loop corner detail sanding sheets with ceramic aluminum grain, a 5-pack for 4 bucks, normally 6. So that's 33% off right now, or a couple of bucks. Comes in 80, 120, and 220 grit. And if you want a little weed whacker, from Portland, the 3.8 amp 13-inch electric string trimmer for $27 right now, normally 30. So that's about 10% off or about 3 bucks you save. And this guy is electric, means it has a cord. You need to plug it in, not battery operated. I would go with the battery one instead. Having a cord dangling around behind you is rather inconvenient. For about an extra 20, 30 bucks, you can get rid of that cord. And how about if you need some SAE and metric T-handle ball and hex key set? An 18-piece set from Pittsburgh with a lifetime garantia for 15 bucks, normally 19, so that's a couple bucks off or 21% off. And here you go if you need to take care of your McPherson struts from Maddox, the McPherson strut spring compressor set for 23 bucks. Normally 35, so that's 34% off. And you know, on the deal days they're having right now, they're having like 40% off on all Maddox. And it depends when you see it. I think it's like the 28th or 29th. I forget. It's on my community tab on my channel page. You can go check that out. But if you're watching this video in time, do a little comparison and see if 35 bucks minus 40%, I think it is a better deal than this. I think it generally comes out to be $1 or $2 cheaper, but you can go check that out. If you pass that up and you don't get it in time, you can still get it at this coupon here and save yourself some money. And how about if you need some warm solar rope lights from Luminar Outdoors, a 72-foot warm white solar rope light for $17 right now, normally 20, so that's about 3 bucks or 15% off. And if you need to do some texturizing of all sorts of stuff, your ceilings and so forth, from Central Pneumatic, the 1 1/2 gallon gravity feed texture air spray gun for $25, normally $30, so that's 16% off right now. Or if you need an electric hoist from Pittsburgh, the 440-pound electric hoist with remote control for $85, normally $100, so that's $15 off. And you know, one thing to point out about this, you can get pretty much the same type of hoist at Vevor that you can here. And Vevor, a lot of their hoist will come with a wireless remote. All the ones at Harbor Freight come with a wired remote. So that's just something to keep in mind there. If you want to get it at Harbor Freight, obviously, go ahead and get it. But if you want one with a wireless remote, I would say check out the Vevor site. You may find something you like for about the same money. How about if you need a different safe? Here you go from Union Safe, the 0.66 cubic foot electric digital safe for $49, normally $55, so that's 10% off right now, or about $5 or $6. And if you want a steel industrial plug from Merlin, the 1/4 inch steel industrial plug for only 99 cents, normally $2, so that's half price right now. You can get either female or male, either one. And for you Icon guys, here you go with the 1/2 inch drive, 12.5 to 250 foot-pound professional flex head digital angle torque wrench for 300 buckaroos, normally $370, so you can save yourself $70 right now. Yeah, the Snap-on one is like, $460. Of course, Snap-on, like I said, they're like the highest, most expensive ones out there. I don't know, Matco and, the other ones out there, I don't know, they may be cheaper. I can't tell you. I don't deal with that very much. But it's funny that they always go for Snap-on. They never go for the other big industrial ones. How about if you need a high output heat gun from Hercules, 1700 watt, 14 amp, 108 temperature high output heat gun. There you go. You can really dial in that temperature just right with this guy right here for $45, normally $50, so that's 10% off or about $5 you save. And from Hercules, the impact rated hex titanium drill bit set, 21 pieces for $23, normally $30, so that's about $7 off or 23% off. And if you need a swivel caster from Hallmaster, the 10-inch pneumatic swivel caster for $15, normally $19, so that's a few bucks off or 21%. And a tactical ammo utility box, how about that? You can get this guy for only $9, normally $12, so that's 25% off. Or if you need a little sander from Warrior, the 1.1 amp corner detail sander for only $11, normally $20, so that's about $9 off there, or 45% off. And if you need some LED work lights from Luminar Works, the 1000 lumens LED work light for $12, normally $15, so that's 20% off. And how about if you need some swivel socket? Here you go from Pittsburgh, the Universal Impact Joint Set, 3 pieces, the swivel joint set for only $6, normally $13, so that's half price right there, not bad. And I do have these guys and they do work quite well. So if you're interested in one of these sets, I would say go ahead and grab them. They're not bad at all. And here you go from Bauer, an 8-inch variable speed bench grinder with LED work light for $120. Normally $140, so that's $20 you save on that guy. Or some polish from Meguiar's, a 32-ounce Pro Speed polish for $25. Normally $30, so that's about $5 off or 16% off. And how about if you need some braided cables for your USB charging from Armstrong, 6-foot USB to USB-C braided charging cable for $8, normally $10, so that's 20% off. And if you need a wheel for like a hand truck or something, here you go from Hallmaster, a 15-inch worry-free tire with polyurethane hub for $30, normally $35, so that's 14% off. And if you're going to be in a very dusty environment and you want a little face mask to keep you nice and covered up, the 3-ply disposable face mask, a 10-pack for only 89 cents, normally $1, so that's 10% off. Wow, these things have certainly got a lot cheaper. Comes in blue and black. And how about a drill and driver bit set, 58 pieces from Warrior for only $12, normally $14, so that's a couple bucks off or 14% you save. And if you need a little tool tote bag, from Voyager, 19-inch tool tote bag with 14 pockets for $15, normally $18, so that's 16% off. Or if you need some hardwood biscuits for doing some joinery, here you go from Warrior, a 100-pack for $5, normally $7, so that's 28% off. Again, more rollers and stuff for doing some painting. Everybody's talking about painting now because spring has sprung. It's time to start doing some cleaning up. Here you go from Avanti, the premium paint kit, 9-piece best quality for $13. And it has the tray, the liner, and all sorts of naps and brushes and roller arms and so forth in big or small. $13, normally $16, so that's 18% off. And from US General, if you want a magnetic socket rail with twist lock, you can get this guy right now for $15, normally $18, so that's 16% off, and it comes in 1/4, 3/8, or 1/2, all for the same price. So you can pick the one you like. And if you're looking for a variable speed oscillating multi-tool, you can get this guy from Hercules, 3.5 amp multi-tool for $55, normally $70. So that's about $15 off, or 21% you save right there. How about an impact wrench? The Earthquake XT 1/2 inch stubby air impact wrench with jumbo hammer, 700 foot-pound capacity, $70 right now, normally $80. So that's about 12% you save on that guy. Or for you Quinn guys, how about a diagonal cutter? 7-inch diagonal cutter from Quinn for $5, normally $8. So that's a couple of bucks, or 37% off. Or you need a circular saw blade, you can get this guy from Bauer. 7 1/4 inch 24-tooth framing circular saw blade, a 3-pack for $13, normally $18, so that's 27% off. And how about a hole saw set? The Warrior 1-inch to 2.5-inch carbon steel hole saw set, 10 pieces for $7, normally $10, so that's about $3, or 30% off you save. And for all those biscuits we saw earlier, here you go with the biscuit plate jointer from Chicago Electric, the 4-inch biscuit plate jointer for $45, normally $55, so that's $10 off, or 18% you save. Or some cotter pin assortment set, the 555 piece. There you go for $4, normally $5, so that's 20% off. And you know, calling it a cotter pin seems to be only an American thing. I guess in other parts of the world they call it like a split something or other, split key, or I don't know what they call it, but it's something like that. I've heard something along those lines. So there you go. If you're not watching in America, then, you learned. It's called a cotter pin here. And how about if you need some reciprocating saw blades? From Hercules, the Demolition and Thin Kerf reciprocating saw blade set, 12 pieces for $15, normally $20, so that's 25% off. Or if you need a circular padlock from Bunker Security, 2 3/4 inch circular padlock for $6, normally $8, so that's 25% off. Or if you need some little rotary saw blade kits from Chicago Electric, the high-speed steel rotary saw blade set, 6 pieces for $7, normally $10, so that's about 30% off, about $3 you save. All right, guys, so that's all the coupons that we have right now for stuff going on sale right now at Harbor Freight. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.